This is Povani, Faculty of English, Radhakrishnan Group of Schools. Today we have the topic Convocation's Address, which is written by, not written, spoken by Aringer Annadurai, and everyone knows about him very well. He was the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He was one of the greatest orators in Tamil Nadu, and he has written a lot of novels and dramas, and he has written the poems also. He has contributed much to the Tamil literature, and here even he has quoted something from Tamil literature. We have the excerpt which is done by Aringer Annadurai, during the Convocation address in Annamalai University. So let's see what is going to happen and what he has given the speech. Most probably he hasn't used any colorful word. He has given only the real words which can be implemented by the youth. Youth means the people who are going to leave the campus after getting the graduation. I think when you finish the school, you will find that the future, which will be in college, but the future begins when you complete the degree. You will face a lot of challenges. The society will give you a lot of things to face, difficulties, embarrassment, and all the strugglings you will face. Then only you will find that what the real education is. Let's have the topic now. This is Annadurai. I think the people you know about him very well. And Convocation address. Let me give you a brief introduction about him. Dr. Kanjivaram Nadarajan Annadurai, 15th September 1909, 3rd February 1969. Popularly called Aringer Anna, was an Indian politician who served as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He was a great orator and an accomplished writer in Tamil. Celebrated, versatile writer in Tamil. Jawaharlal Nehru has hailed him as one of the greatest parliamentarians. He has published several novels, short stories, and plays which incorporate political and social themes. C.N. Annadurai was awarded the Chubb Fellowship at Yale University. Yale University, which is in US, one of the famous universities in the world. If you go and type on Google the top 50 universities of the world, Yale must be one of them. So the university has awarded him the Chubb Fellowship, which will be given only for the Americans. So who is the only one person? Aringer Annadurai was the only one person who was awarded who is non-American and received this honor. The same year he was awarded an honorary doctorate from Annamalai University. It is an excerpt from the famous address made by the great leader Aringer Anna at the Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu on November 18, 1967 on the occasion of Convocation. Look at this. So he was born in Kanjipuram, and he has contributed much to the Tamil literature. Even we can say that the Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, he has conveyed that he is one of the finest parliamentarians, and he must have raised his voice for the people, not for other things. And next thing is acclaimed. Acclaimed means celebrated or versatile. Everyone knows about him. And populist, incorporated, awarded. Even he has been awarded at Yale University. And most of people will think that Aringer Anna could speak only Tamil, but even he could speak in English also very fluently. This is an excerpt, when he was giving an address to the people, to the graduates who are going to work in the society to face the challenges in their life. He is giving not advice, he is giving a lot of practical ideas. He is not quoting any words from any writer, but he is saying that he is giving them some practical words which will be helpful to them. He never uses any colorful word. At the same time, he says service. What you have got from the society, you must repay. Otherwise, the society will not turn to your side. That is a major idea of this. what do you get? If you are earning money, if you have finished the degree or whatever the courses you have, you must take the entire society. Okay, because of you, the entire, at least one village must be improved. That is his idea. So let's have the topic. Here he says, the first he says, thankful. Thankful as I am for the unique honor conferred on me by this institution. I stand before this august assembly today to deliver the convocation address, for though it's a pleasure to be present on the happy occasion of greeting the graduates of the year and wishing them all bright and prosperous future, it's not an easy task to place appropriate guidelines before them. First, he confesses himself that he first say he thanks the people who have given him the chance to speak to the graduates. And next thing is, he says he is very happy because he is standing in front of the people. August. Everyone thinks that August is a month. Yes, of course. But here August means respected or impressive assembly, because when you are talking to the graduates, you must be very careful because they know their world. That's why he never uses the colorful word. He says the practical difficulties, what they are going to face in the society. He is using that kind of words only. And assembly today deliver convocation address. Look at this. It's not easy task to place an appropriate guidelines. Giving advice is very easy, but giving guidelines is very tough. Because if I say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, if you do this, you will become, it's very easy. But guidelines, do it, it will happen. Definitely you will face the problems. Then when the problem comes, you must react like that. This is guideline. Guidelines will take you to the next level. But advice, if you follow, that will be okay. But if you don't follow, nothing will happen. The fact that I am conscious of my own limitations gives me a sense of relief, for I shall not attempt to offer original ideas or theories with a special stamp, but only reiterate some of the cardinal principles enunciated by those who offered their advice in past years, perhaps with the annotations here and there, bringing to bear the layman's point of view to the findings of experts in various fields connected with the education. Here he says that the fact that I am conscious of my own limitations gives me, because he should not speak too much words. Okay, they would, if a person who says that no, he can bring the sky to the earth, you can bring the moon to the Mars, that is nothing, because it can decorate the stage, but it never be helpful to anyone. That's why he says the limitation. That's why he is so happy. And he says that I am not going to use the principles and the ideas which are said by the great people. No, just I am going to give the ideas from the common man's mind. What is possible for the society? That is very, very, very important. Because giving ideas is very easy, but making the ideas work is very tough. He knows that. That's why he has given that the first line, he has some limitations. Reiterate emphasis enunciated, expressed by those who offered the idea, advice here. Various fields connected, because he knew how to speak, because he has read a lot of books, and he has contributed much to the literature as well as society. That's why he is connecting his common man ideas with education. Now he starts. This age of common man, whatever the regrets some might have, and it's his point of view that matters most, I do claim to represent him all his ruggedness. Ruggedness means endurance of hardship, because whatever the person does, he doesn't like it and he is doing because of the compulsion. Systems and schools of thought, whether it's in philosophy or politics or ethics or economics, are certainly meant for him. Everything is only for him. It's not for others, because the people who are graduated from university, as colleges and so many places, they are going to face the challenges which are on their way. And next thing is, we should not say to them, okay, your ways are filled with only the flaws. That will never happen in anyone's life. Even after finishing my college, I was thinking that getting job is very easy. It's very tough. When I just went to Chennai, when I was attending the interview, even I was not able to speak in English. I was thinking that, okay, I did a lot of things when I was in college. When I just went to face the situation and the society, what the life is in Chennai, totally different. Because no book will give that kind of education. Because real life experience only you will get. When you just go and pursue a dream, when you want to chase your dream, you will have to learn a lot of ideas, adjustment, and you must bear the pain. Sometimes we have a lot of commitment from the parents' side. You must adjust that. That kind of education you can never get from the book as well as school. It will come by only experience. Good. Here, he speaks about the university. Universities as repositories of knowledge and the nursing ground for the emissaries of thoughts, of wisdom, service have got a prominent role to play, and the prominence is growing every day as more and more individuals get themselves equipped for the task of bettering society in all its age, when we have eschewed monarchy and autocracy and have inaugurated the era of democracy. Look at this here. He says university which has a lot of knowledge. Repository means, storehouse. But the knowledge must be used for making the society better. If you are using the knowledge for making money and just buying the things and this and that for your lifestyle, that will be nothing. At the same time, your idea, what you have grabbed from the university, that must be used for making the society. Making the society means where you are from. Okay, you must make it as a better one. Next, during the monarchical or feudal days, I think monarchials, the king, when one person was ruling the country, no one had the authority to speak against the person. Okay, feudal days, universities, it speaks about the olden days. This paragraph speaks about the olden days when the king was ruling the country, how the people, the educated people would be acting. But he says that was wrong. That was absolutely wrong. Everyone can agree with this. Universities had to train the scholars and poets to adorn the chambers. Adorn the chambers means they will be appointed, they will be only in the palace. They will be just prizing or doing the works only related to the kings. And they will never come to the common man's sufferings and sorrows. They will prize, they will see only the green side. They will never go for the fire and the real problems. And royalty and gilded masons, gilded, glittering and shining, which means that only for the rich people. Or the lords and nobles, their wisdom was meant for the mansion. Yes, in those days, the people who were graduated, they worked only for the rich and nobles and the kings and queens. Okay, they were there only for their activities, not for the common people. Not for the marketplace, yes. Marketplace means a common place, where we can find the common people, the people who are suffering a lot by the daily problems. Those were the days when numbers did not count, nor were the eminent scholars asked to face the problems confronting the masses. Yes, they were not asked to find the problem of the common man. They were asked to write only the poems and to teach the things only for the royal people. They were there, they were appointed for that reason only. They never come to the common people level and they never found the common people's problems. They never just gave the solution for them. They were content, they were so happy, they were satisfied to work in secluded spheres. Only for the secluded means only such kind of people. Far from the din and noise of the common man. Yes. They worked only in the palace. They never come to the street. When you go to the marketplace, we will find that how a person who suffers even to buy the ordinary thing. Okay, even the kings, they don't know. Even the queens, they don't know. Even the people, the scholars who were appointed for the rich and noble people, they didn't come to the common people level. And weave the costly fabric of philosophy and poetry, which in turn was to be converted into dazzling garments for the select and privileged. Yes, they have to write, they have to prize, and they have to do all the works related to only the rich and royal people. Their work was only for that. Okay, they never just come to the ground level. That's only one problem. Even in our country also, the people were thinking, the people were on the seat, they may think that the people will be so happy. But when we come to the what's the real life, so how the people are suffering a lot. I think during the pandemic period, now even no one is able to afford something, even the basic food. At the same time, we can find this in the corporate people, the giants, their asset is increasing 100 times, 150 times. That is. Here. Now he speaks about today's university. In previous paragraph, he speaks about the Olden Days university, how the graduates were, now how the graduates are going to be. The role of university today is not cloistered, grouped, and confined as in the past. Its function has been enlarged, not in its fundamentals, but its domain. It has to take into account the commonness, but trim and train, guide and lead him before being asked to do his duty as a citizen of democracy. The task which kindles sweet hopes, but which demands patience and perseverance, faith and confidence, faith in himself and in others, confidence in his inherent ability to shoulder the responsibilities. Here, how the big sentence. The sentence is very big. When you are reading, you cannot give a pause. You cannot stop it. Its function has been enlarged, not in its fundamentals, but its domain. What are the duties must be done? Okay, it must be given to them at the same time. Before, he says, it has to take into account the commonness, but trim and train, guide and lead him before being asked to do his duty. Yes. When he wants to do the service to the society, he must be trained, he must be trimmed, and he must have the quality of leadership. If he is not trained like that, how can we expect that a person who will come to the society and he will lead the common people? We cannot. First, the universities must train and trim the people to lead the society very well. And next thing is faith and confidence. Okay, he must make the people be confident, as well as he must be confident. A task which kindles sweet hopes, but which demands patience. So sweet hopes the society must be. For example, I can tell you that Singapore, before 25 years it was nothing, but now Dubai, before 10 years it was nothing, but now the sweet dreams, but the dream cannot be achieved in one day. You must have some patience, because I can say that in Tamil, Rome is not built in a day. Okay, but it will take time. But you must have patience and perseverance, hard effort till you reach the goal. Faith and confidence, faith in himself and in others, and confidence in his inherent ability. You must have faith in yourself and others, and confidence. You must make the people confident, and you must be confident in inherent abilities. Already you have some talents, you must make it out. You must figure out that, then only you can serve the society. He never uses any colorful word. He says what what he can do and what he have to do. At the same time, in these two lines, he says that its function here to there. The university must trim and train him and make him lead. He must be trained in such a way to lead the country. Otherwise, we should not expect the person who will lead or who will make the people happier. So he must be trained. That is. Confidence in his, the common man has become the origin of the potential ruler, and the duty today, the responsibility today of the universities is to fashion out of him an individual fitted and equipped for the task of making democracy fruitful and effective. Look at this. The common man has become the origin of the potential ruler, and the duty today. Here he says that only common man is the person who is looking for the daily wages and daily food. A person who is going to lead the country, he knows the pain and sufferings of the common man. Then only he can lead the country very well. So he is not saying that life is a luxurious one, life is a colorful one, you go and achieve something. That is not. You must read the society, you must read the people. Okay, how he is and how she is, how they are suffering a lot, and how they are earning money, and how they are spending it. That is very, very important. And it must be, he must take the responsibility on his shoulder. Then only he can come to know what the real life is. Here says, at the same time, everything must be in democracy. Democracy means everything is for everyone. Okay, even I can become, okay, a powerful person, even an ordinary person can become just like that. Good. While addressing the university, Brussels, Dr. Radhakrishnan, here he has quoted two ideas. While addressing the University of Brussels, Dr. Radhakrishnan, our former president, made the following statement: for its proper functioning, democracy requires more qualities than other forms of government. It is in the universities that we can develop the true spirit of democracy, appreciation of others' points of view, and adjustment of differences through discussion. It can be kept healthy and strong by the exercise of individual responsibility and judgment. Look at this, very, very important. In universities, we have to recall the struggles of the past, realize the perils and possibilities, the challenges, opportunities of the present. Here speaks about the past as well as present. What is this? Here he has taken the former president of our country, Radhakrishnan. September 5th, we celebrate every year September 5th Teachers' Day, because Radhakrishnan, he was not only the president, he was a teacher at the first. Okay, he has taken his course. Let me teach you very clearly. For its proper functioning, democracy requires more qualities than the other forms of government. Qualities. We can never find quality in any politician, any leader in our country now. Everyone is looking for the opportunity to grab something from the ordinary people. Okay, so rich get richer and poor get poor. That's happening. It's in the universities that we can develop the true spirit of democracy, appreciation of others' point of view, and adjustment of differences through discussion. Yes, good. Democracy. Okay, and what is that? Democracy means anyone can rule anyone, as well as everything is for everyone. So look at this here. True spirit of democracy, appreciation of other points of view, and adjustment of different through discussion. So somebody says, okay, no problem, just we can take it and we can try to implement. And next thing is adjustment. It's not happening. Sometimes people say, whatever I say, that is right. Because it can be solved only the discussion, not by other things. Because if we don't discuss, the problem will grow like a poison tree. That's happening. It can be kept healthy, strong by the exercise of individual responsibility and judgment. In universities, we have to recall the struggles. Yes. recall the struggles of the past, how the people suffered a lot. So what is the remedy for that? And challenges. So if we implement, I can tell you that I think I watched one of the best movies in Tamil, Kamaraj, the Kingmaker. Okay, he was analyzing that why the children are not coming to the school. The ministers, they were discussing with the Kingmaker, Mr. Kamaraj. And the people were saying that the people were looking for the food. Okay, that's why they are going, they are just becoming shepherd and they are doing the daily works for the wages. And he just was trying to say to that, yes, we must have to introduce lunch. And the ministers, they were not able to agree with this because they say that, okay, we were not able to afford. Yes, we have to develop the companies and to do the business, and just we must give them a lot of rights to the people to do the business. Yes, we can get the income, so we can spend, no problem. So he just calculated how the people suffered, why the children didn't come to school. That's a problem, that's a struggling. And now he is planning that they have to introduce the lunch. They must give the lunch to the children. Then the students will come. That's the present. What is the problem? They are not able to afford. Afford means they don't have enough money. What is the problem? And how they are challenging, how they are facing. That is called the person. Just who lived for the people. But now we are not able to find a person like him. The challenges and opportunities of the present. Good. I think you can see the picture. Daily basic needs. Without this, a common man cannot live. Okay, but what he is saying, the graduates of the year, I wish you all prosperous future, for after all, the immediate concern of every individual, graduate or no graduate, is to acquire the means of decent living. Here he is not only speaking to the graduates, even the people who are in the world, he must or she must have the decent living. Decent living means everyone must be given food, clothing, shelter. The air and other things will be available for all the people. But the three things must be given in a decent way. That is an ultimate aim. But that's not only an ultimate idea. That is the first motivation of all human activity, and no one can ignore it. But that ought not to be the sole objective. He says that. That's an objective, but that's not only the objective. Something higher and nobler than mere individual material and advancement is expected of you. For remember that this university education is a privilege that you enjoy, for which you are deeply indebted, the community of which you are a member. I can tell you that the word indebted, you have to repay because you already have enjoyed. Okay, and you, at least your village, at least your house, at least your society means your relatives must be improved to the next level, must come to the next level because of you. He says that because what the society has given, you enjoyed a lot, you must repay in the name of money, in the name of advice, in the name of the education, in the name of the guidelines. He says that whatever you enjoyed, whatever you got from the society, you must repay. Then only you are the real graduate. It's not only for the graduates, even all the people. Here. This picture, okay, is coffer. The coffer means a strong box which can be used to store store money. I think in those days the people used to have the coffer to keep the money. You know, when I was a small boy in my village, okay, in the temple, we will have the chit system. Okay, so every Saturday evening we must go and pay the amount, and there will be an auction after 8 o'clock. And just if you want to take the chit, and we can take it in the auction. So that is, so in that time I could find this kind of box that is called a coffer. So what he is going to say about this coffer? Most of the money needed for the maintaining institutions of higher education come from revenues collected from the community through the state, and a good proportion of that revenue comes from the tillers and toilers. This is very, very important. Tillers and toilers, the people who worked hard and they never think about it. The common man who is pulling the rickshaw, who is just bearing the weight, too much weight, the person just who is, what is that, highwayman, he is sending the message from one village to another village in those days. Okay, the person who is just selling the ordinary articles, the small vendors, yes, the revenues will be even from them also. Even when you buy nowadays, when you buy a small article, it may be the masala powder. So tax is applicable. Even just we are paying even the tax for that also. Okay, but indirectly we are just paying. Indirectly, not only we, so even other people, even the person who is earning 50 or 60 rupees, he is paying the tax for it. That is the revenue for the government. Men who did not enjoy this privilege, men who willing submit themselves to discomfort so that they can enable the next generation to lead a better life. Graduates may I ask you, how are you going to repay? Here he is asking, whatever I enjoyed, no problem, because if you are graduate, you must be 20. Okay, so 20 years you were in the comfortable zone, what you have enjoyed, but the society has given you something, and the society is expecting something from you, and he is asking, yes, what are you going to repay? How are you going to repay? In which mode you are going to just give them? What is to be your contribution to the social chest on which you have drawn so largely? Chest means, from society, from your parents, from your friends, from the village, from the organization, from the school, from the college where you have been graduated. Okay, to them, how you are going to repay? At least you must repay. Unless you replenish it richly, coming generations will find only the empty coffers. If you don't repay it, if you don't contribute anything to the society, from where you have become the person, okay, you are giving the next generation an empty coffer. If you contributed, the coffer will be filled. But if you didn't contribute, definitely it would be an empty coffer. You are giving the empty box to the next generation. Next. Your superior education increases your responsibility to society, and therefore, apart from or along with your own individual advancement, society has a got right to expect an adequate return from you. Yes, good. When you are finishing your school, okay, your parents would expect what are going to join. When you completed college, the village or the town will expect you, okay, are you going to work? Even if you are going for higher education, after finishing higher education, your entire society will ask you, what are you going to do after? So the society is expected when you are studying more and more, okay, automatically your society is expecting something from you that must be adequate enough. Your superior education increases your responsibility to society, and therefore, apart from along with your own individual advancement. For example, I have completed MA from one of the colleges, BA in St. John's, and MA one of the colleges, and even so, if I buy a house, even if I buy a bike, if I buy car, that is my own advancement. But if I make my surroundings somewhat better, that is he needs, because I'm graduated, because of my village, I finished everything because of my parents. At least I must repay them. Not so much in terms of money as in terms of service, in toning up society, in bringing light into the dark alleys. Okay, because if you are rich, if you are in a comfortable place, a person who is struggling a lot, you must give your hand. Okay, it's not necessary to give the money. Please at least support, moral support. Sometimes friends would ask that, hey, how will be Chennai, and how, if I come there, where can I stay, and this and that. No problem, just come and stay in my house. So it will happen. Just we cannot give money, at least we can support. And we can say some realities, hey, it will happen, so you must prepare. and after finishing the college, just go for it and just train yourself, just speak in English. So most of the companies, even though we speak about Tamil, no problem. Just train yourself in English, then only you can get a good job. So some moral ideas and guidelines which must help them. He is asking the same. Sunshine into dingy places, solace into the afflicted. Because these are things must be done by you. Because how the society was, from that society you have become a good person. Now you are going to repay in the mode of what? He is not speaking about money, he is speaking about, look at this. Light into the dark alleys, sunshine into dingy places, solace into the afflicted people, and hope unto the despondent. Sometimes I can tell you that in the villages, the people would say that, what have you completed? Let me ask. They would say, BE. And where are you working? Says, I'm working in a particular, mill or particular shop. Hey, why don't you go and just work in TCS and CTS and so many, MNCs? Sir, how can I say, sir, I don't speak in English, I don't have much knowledge, and I have some arrears. So the people will think that they have only that much capacity. And we must give some advice. So no problem, you have the degree. Just go for it and pursue this course and train yourself. To improve your English as well as communication skill, you have to do a lot of works. Just train yourself, and the world needs you. Just equip yourself, then come back to Chennai, then get a job and just face the challenges. Then you can find the way. Just work hard for 2 years, your life will be good. So that kind of advice, that kind of guidelines everyone needs. If you give that, that will be enough. Here, Jefferson. He has taken another quote. It's the third president of USA. And here, what he has said, he is quoting. Look at the picture. Unless service is the outcome, the sermons become sweet nothing. Yes. Sermons only advice. If I say, hey, do this and do that, okay, and what is that? Practice yourself. If I say, if somebody asks me, just give me the help. If I do this, okay, can you help me? Can you come and pick me up? So if I say no, that is nothing. Unless service is outcome, sermon is nothing. Sermon is preaching and ideas and giving advice. As Jefferson stated, Jefferson is the third president of USA. We must dream of an aristocracy of achievements arising out of democracy of opportunities. Aristocracy. We must do some noble things, noble achievements. It must be from the democracy. Okay? Because the opportunity must be given all the people. It must be achieved. Not like in because olden days, the people, only kind of people only would be given chances. Here says it, we must dream of an aristocracy, some noble achievements, arising out of democracy of opportunities. So anyone can participate. We should not think about the caste, religion, status, color. That is nothing. That's why he is insisting democracy. And when I seek your help, here he speaks I. When I seek your help and cooperation in the supreme task of serving society, please don't wink and smile and say, it's all so easy to say. Sometimes the people would say that, hey, everything is easy for you because you worked in US and you studied in SSN and you studied in PSG. Everything is easy for you. Everything is very easy to say. But the people will be speaking like this. If the people are speaking like that, they will be staying in only place. They will never come up in their life. When you take a first step, definitely some people will be there to help you to take the next step. He is asking that. When I seek your help and cooperation in the supreme task of serving society, please don't wing. Don't means no. It's very, very easy to say, but it will never happen in the society. You should not say like that, because everything will happen. I'm not unaware of difficulties in the way, nor I'm going to brush aside the influence of the environment on you. Yes, he knows that. Yes, what are the difficulties? If you want to change the society, if you want to do something new to the society will never accept the beginning. Because even I can say that Abdul Kalam, even the Wright brothers, Abraham Lincoln, okay, they want to change the society. Even what is Mahatma Gandhi, even Mother Teresa, they served, they sacrificed their life when they wanted to change their world. First, they changed their mindset. Okay, and next thing is whatever the people just said, okay, they just shattered their words. Yes, everything can be possible. Okay, he is asking the same. Okay. Maybe the world in which you are begin the journey is one which will dim your hope, disturb your determination. You may come face to face with the unpleasant sight of practices widely differing from the principles inculcated in you. You may find self-seekers enthroned. Look at this. It's very, very important. When you want to do something to the society, okay, when you want to pursue, you want to chase your dream, okay, a lot of unpleasant things will happen. Okay, so many things will disturb you. If you are speaking positively, nearly 10 members will come join together, they would say you cannot do it. It will happen because thorns will be on your way. Broken glasses will be on your way. But you must be very careful. When you take one step, some people will be there to pull you. But you must be very careful because the society, even in our mind, if we don't get a job, 2 or 3 interviews, our mindset would say that, okay, so we cannot get a job, what should I do? That's why I have given the picture here. A person, okay, he is between the heart and the mind. Okay, mind would say that just go, go, go. Sorry, heart would say that go, go, and mind would say that it's not all possible. The people just go who are following the heart, definitely they will be successful. The people who are saying the mind, sometimes they'll be very cruel. You may find self-seekers enthroned and the patient workers decried. Tyranny of all sorts of may stare at you, and every step you take will be a struggle. Yes. Yes, I can tell you that. Right, brothers? When they want to invent aeroplane, okay, they were running a cycle shop. When they told their idea to the people were laughing at them. Stupid people, how can you develop or invent the aeroplane? And they just made a lot of glides and they were not able to fly at the beginning. And so after many attempts, they could fly 100 feet. The people were looking at them. After some days, they could fly half kilometers. The people said that was luck. And after that, they could fly a long distance. The people appreciated. That's an event. Because the society, okay, the world will never accept the people who are trying to become the biggest people. At the beginning, they would suffer a lot. You can take any number of people, even Bill Gates to Jeff Bezos, even Mukesh Ambani to even the ordinary person. Okay, so this is when you take the first step, it's always difficult. But yes, you must keep on going. That is very, very important. I admit that the environment is such that even people with robust optimism will be discouraged to take to part the ease and the comfort. Optimism. The people who have some positive ideas, they will be discouraged. The people will be thinking only positive. Sometimes they will be discouraged because of the society. So that is. But we should also realize that the continuous stream of men and women endowed with the spirit and service have been carrying on the crusade successfully and conferred rich benefits of humanity. We, the Tamilians, have been holding aloft this ideal for more than 2000 years, expressed in Purananuru. As inheritors of that rich legacy, you are best suited to overcome even the environment and serve society to the best of your abilities. Okay, so here he is praising the Tamil, okay, because we have the rich culture, so we have some positive ideas from the beginning. Even he says that he is taking the quote, Purananuru, okay. As inheritors of the rich legacy, you are best suited to overcome the environment. Whatever the environment, no problem. Just come up in your life and chase all your dreams and break all the struggles and overcome your fears and just become the greatest person in this world and to lead the society. He wants you to work for the society, to serve the society, to lead the society. For that, the graduates must be trained. Okay, so in a gist, I can say that whatever you have got from the society, you must repay to the society. Then only your life will be fulfilled, according to Aringer Anna. Thank you so much for the patience. Okay, as well as if you have any comments over this topic, please pass your comments and let me clarify and let me improve my presentation. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.